Howdy everybody, welcome. I'm a little early, even though actually I'm a little late. It happens. Such is how things have to be. Wow, this area looks actually really good with shaders. I think it's the uniformness of the lamp fixtures here. But yeah, like, I haven't done any development on this since Monday. I kind of feel bad. I've just not felt, I don't know, like, I've not been bitten by the bug. You know what I mean? Sometimes when I develop on this place, I get bitten, quote, by the bug, where I want to be, you're here but you're not here? I see you, Stone Cold Killer, you're here. But yeah, I get kind of like this infectious desire to design things some days, and then other days I don't know what to do. And on those days where I don't know what to do, I find that if I try to force it, it just doesn't pan out well. I don't make good stuff on the days where I'm like, I don't really feel like thinking about it. So I don't. It looks great. I know, it looks wonderful. So, because I've not really felt, how do I put this? I've not felt a decent push to make this stuff happen. What I'm gonna do instead, I love to death the garage aesthetic. I mean, I guess that's the way to describe it. I love this aesthetic to death. I really do. But on days where I just cannot think of what I want to design, like, I've got thoughts in my head, but no real concrete push forward yet. You know what I mean? Like, I kind of know what I want, but I kind of don't know what I want. I'm torn, I guess. I hate that feeling, but, like, is what it is. And so what I'm going to do, I'm gonna see about expanding level 0. I mean, this is technically level 0, but, you know. Perfect. Flip it that way and then paste that over here. I'm gonna see about designing more yellow wallpaper rooms. That's essentially what I was trying to get at, because yellow wallpaper rooms are fucking awesome. Okay, get rid of some duplicates. Okay, that can go. I want that. Oh, I was using this for the... Okay. For the city bits. Okay, I want yellow junk. That's probably fine. Put the chain, the lever, the end rods, all of that can go in there. Okay. Okay, and then you know how this autism of mine functions. I cannot have more than one of any item while I'm in creative mode. I don't know why. It just flips this switch in my brain that tells me I've got items that I should not. And it bugs me. We'll keep the bamboo mosaic stair. We'll get that. Okay. So, in the intermittent time where I'm thinking about how I want to design, because this is going to be a bathroom, maybe I should make this bigger. I don't know. I do want a men and women's bathrooms, and then I want a vending machine area or resting area that peeks out onto. Oh my God, that's so much more vibrant. Damn. Hello, Zen. 48 hours, no sleeping world, border travel. Oh my God. You're gonna die. You're just gonna die midway to the world border. Also, in regards to the creaking not being name taggable, that's fixed in 121.5. So if we can get a latter version of the game, that problem will go away. And that's good. I'm hoping we will have that option. On two builders, two tools. Okay. Let me find a staircase going up. That way I can reasonably figure out where I want to start. Also, I like that you can kind of navigate this place if you know how. You don't even really need to know where you're going. You kind of just need to pick a direction and stick to it. And you can fairly reliably get from one half of level 0 to the other. So that's the next level up. Oh yeah, you can find these fairly easily. I like these these especially look good in the shaders where it's just like darkness. Ba-boom. And that's supposed to be a fatal drop. I've not tested if it is. I think it is. But either way, you're not supposed to survive that. So here's hoping. And then there are these rooms, which I kind of want to be specialty rooms, where you come into these rooms and you either get an item or you get something for your efforts. If you can find these, if you can find these like hole in the wall rooms where it's obvious that a different section starts, that's kind of what I want. Ruh-roh, Shaggy. I don't know where the hole is supposed to be. But yeah, I love how this has all turned out so far. Okay, so this is... yeah, this is more or less the way up to the next layer. I've yet to see a creaking wandering around in this section. That's fine. Okay. Holy shit, that's bright. So I want to get rid of all the hay bales. I'm not gonna do what I did on the previous level. I'm going to just straight up like I'm just gonna straight up make rooms from scratch and then connect them. I don't want to have the same method that I used on this layer. I might do that for a higher layer up above, but in here I'm kind of like whatever. All right, this is -9 and -8. So I've got a -8, -9. Perfect. Let's do that to that. And then on -8, got to extend up a little bit. I'm just going to get rid of all of the... Okay. Replace hay bale and ochre frog lights with air. Wah. Okay, now we've got a much higher, much more open segment with which to make the next layer a level 0 on. I said that I wanted this next layer to be much bigger. And I don't mean bigger as in layout. We'll have the exact same amount of space. I want the rooms to be way bigger. Way more cavernous feeling. I kind of want there to be as you get up higher, it starts to morph into the garage area a little bit. I want there to be a kind of theme or an overarching pattern or motif. Okay, I gotta get rid of shaders so I can do full bright. I cannot do full bright. Oh. Okay. We'll just put some black carpet on this so that nothing bad may happen. And nothing bad happened on top of here. So, in other news, how are we all doing tonight? We will update most earlier than everybody thinks. I don't think we're going to get an update again, man. I'm just going to tell you now, I have zero faith that 2B will update again because of all the crazy bullshit that's been going on. Like, I don't know what it is about how things have been, but it's not looking great. You're for not repeating what Stone said. Hi. I'm here. I'm not repeating what Stone said. I mean, you're here. I see you. Don't worry, Callum. You exist. I've kind of been getting spoiled by Hytale in how you can place blocks so quickly in Hytale without it repeating or doubling up or there being a gap or anything like that. Like, actually, the way Hytale lets you place blocks is kind of nice. Oh, fuck. Okay, that's got to be there. Okay, this has to all be slabbed off because I don't want creakings and shit to spawn on them. Boink. 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 You're it. Tag. Tag, you're it. Not you, Mr. Endermite. I need you in there forever. Goodbye. Okay, earlier today, I had a really good idea. I want to get Zoglins. Maybe not in level 0 and not in the higher areas of, the garage. Probably not in this level. Or in this section of Escape the Jackrooms 2. I want to get some Zoglins in, like, somewhere way unexpected. Like, you would never guess that you'll be running into Zoglins in this area. That kind of a spot. I want to have the player go, oh my god, it's a Zoglin. Because Zoglins feel like the perfect eldritch sort of backrooms-esque creature. In the lore, in the actual Backrooms lore, there are creatures called hounds. And hounds... Whoops, if I can do this right. Hounds are, of course, dog-like. We don't really have, like, a dog creature or a dog something or other that is reasonably feral and dangerous. In Minecraft, we have actual wolves, but they're not hostile. I thought about getting zombie piglins and then aggroing them on the player via having a snowman constantly throwing snowballs at them. So that there will be one or two snowmen that are constantly aggroing one or two specially held, captive zombie pigmen. And they would end up being continually aggroed. Or maybe they would be like a neutral mob in some playthroughs, and then in certain other occasions they become hostile. Because the snowmen will constantly cause the zombie piglins to be aggroed. I was thinking of either doing that or Zoglins, and in the case of Zoglins, they're just constantly angry. They will always be up your ass if they see you. And I kind of like the idea of a mob you just cannot fuck with, right? The creaking, you can navigate around them. The Endermite, you can outrun or outjump. The slime, you can punch. The breeze, as long as you watch your back, you're probably going to be fine. But the Zoglin is a watch out, motherfucker kind of mob you just have to be concerned with. I was thinking about wither skeletons as well, but wither skeletons will be way, way too hard to wrangle. So I'm just not gonna. But the Zoglin is easy to secure. You just need to open up a portal, go to a Crimson Forest, get a guy, bam, bring him back to the overworld, and he's immediately zombifying. And then you just name tag it and send him off into the fun little maze. I'm not really sure where I would put the Zoglin quite yet, but, you know, the options are on the table. I was thinking the zombie pigmen would be easier because then I could just make a portal without having to generate any nether side stuff. And if I make a big enough portal, because the server's on hard mode, they will pop out at a regular rate. And I can pop out enough zombie piglins to be reasonably, like, they'll generate at a reasonable, you know, pace. And I can do it without them generating any back end, basically. Hightail looks promising. I know, Miss MSTMRU. It does. I love Hightail. I just wish I had more to do in Hightail, but, like, I get it. Oh, shit. Pitfall's room. Okay, I gotta mark that. Because that was the one room that I really, really wanted to make. And I've just not bothered. Not yet. I kind of want the Pitfalls rooms to just be like, you fall to your death. But I need something reasonably threatening for a Pitfalls room. If you've not seen Kane Pixel's Backrooms series, then Pitfalls is not going to make sense to you. Basically, it's a yellow wallpaper room area, but it has, like, well, giant weird pits generating in it that make no sense, but are really, really, really cool. So I kind of wanted that as a an homage. Okay, so I think this is all relatively creaking proof. The glass, these glass bits are not going to stay here. This is just kind of like a transitional area between layers. I'm going to make the next layer here in a minute. I want there to be much larger rooms on layer 2. I want layer 2's rooms to be, like, in some ways cavernous. In other ways, I want them to be, like, mind-boggling. Yeah. I think that'll be cool. XD, the pathfinding, making go all the endermites in the same place because of the preference for going to a high Y. They don't all go to a high Y. Some of them do, some of them don't. I think over time you will have a few of them migrate upward, but I'm fine with that. I don't care. I'm hoping the players running around will reliably make the endermites jumble up, right? They won't all be in the same place at all the same time. The endermites will... Oh, we got a bad guy. Okay, I can't have endermen here. Oh my god, cat, shut up. Oh, cat, that's right. Speaking of cats, oh boy, I woke up today to something unexpected. So there has been this cat. I hate to say this, but I've fallen for this cat. She's a beautiful Himalayan. And so about, I don't know, 6 or 7 months ago, these kittens showed up on our door. These people behind us, a few houses down, have had cats, and they didn't get them fixed, sadly. So these cats ended up coming over to our house because cats inevitably wander, and they've been starting to find and try to get food because that's how cats are. And what do you know? One of them has gotten pregnant. And so now, this cat last night, or early this morning, I don't know which, this cat has been here for the last few weeks, maybe a month or two, that has been begging for food and has been stealing the food of this older cat whom we do feed. That poor older cat has been beaten to hell and back. We call him Mike. He's a good cat, but he's afraid of humans. Only my mother can touch the poor kitty. And so he's been, you know, frightened. And this other cat shows up and she starts stealing his food. Because, you know, she's a younger cat. Cats are ravenous little monsters. And they will readily eat food up from one another as a sort of power play. And so then she started eating way more food than initially we had hoped. And sure enough, she's pregnant. And I'm like, oh no, she's gonna give birth here. Because she sees us as a somewhat safe place. She is reasonably comfortable here. We had a bunch of cat stuff, cat houses and the things that we've been trying to get Mike to use. He's still very feral, so he won't really use them. He'll kind of use them, but he won't really use them. And sure enough, she has claimed this igloo. I think it was a dog house, but it was billed as a dog/cat house. So it's a giant plastic igloo. It has a cat bed inside it. And sure enough, she claimed it. She gave birth in it last night. So we got kittens. We got 4 kittens. Brand newborn. You know, as precious can be. Absolutely. She will not let anybody except me touch them. She'll barely let me touch her. She hisses at me a lot whenever I try to, like, pet her. But she'll let me pet her. And she'll kind of get satisfied. Or settled down, I guess, is the way to put it. It's not, like, bad. Oh, god damn it. This shit's spawning. Fucking. It's not that bad, but it's not that good either. Because we can't afford to feed 4 more cats in addition to who we're already feeding. So, I don't know what we will do. We've looked into trying to get them to the Humane Society or somewhere else to get them into, like, an adoption program or some such. I don't know how it's going to go. But I know I'm going to fall in love with these poor kittens. Oh well. It is what it is. I'm a sucker for cats. Don't know what to tell you. Don't know what to tell you. Oh yeah, Alpha Computer said, I don't know that I should, like, say this, but I'm gonna. It's weird. Apparently, he has a friend that he knows IRL. And this friend has been, like, told a lot about me. I didn't even know that this guy existed. Well, his friend's having a kid. And he's naming it after me. And I can't help but look at that and go, that's strange. But, you know, Jack is a common enough name that I don't technically have to say that he was named after me. So I can kind of be like, okay, well, you know, it's weird, but it's not really the end of the world per se. It's just one of those things where I'm like, okay, well, I sure hope that doesn't come back to haunt me. And I sure hope that kid doesn't, like, know about me one day, you know? Like, imagine being named for an internet personality or an internet dude who, like, made Minecraft videos. Like, imagine that for a minute, right? Like, you name your kid Jack. And one day, little Jack is like 7 or 8, I don't know. However old a kid will be when they inevitably begin to wonder what the origin of their name is. And they go, Daddy, why was I named Jack? Well, son. And apparently Alpha has told his IRL friend about a lot of 2B2T stuff. Or at least a reasonable amount of 2B2T stuff. And, yeah. So, I think 2B2T stuff is going to end up being this kid's... how do I put this? Not legacy, but like this kid is gonna be, like he's gonna know about FitMC. Way, 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 way past Minecraft and by extension 2B2T's expiration date. He's gonna be like aware. He's gonna be like, yeah, Jack the Ripper built Space Valkyria on 2 builders, 2 tools. And I'm named for him. And I'm gonna be like, oh God, no, please stop. Oh, well, I'm probably never gonna meet this kid. Thank God. So, who knows? Who knows? Naming my future kid Pop Bob. Oh God. No, that's monstrous. Do not do that. No. No, do not name your, oh fuck, shit. Undo. Damn it. Where is it? Wet sponge. There we go. Yeah, no. Please do not name your future child Pop Bob or any variant of 2B2T lore names. Please do not do this. You're better than that, I think. I hope. Please do not name any of your offspring anything even remotely 2B2T related. That's gonna be weird. Well, at least he didn't name him Snacky North or something like that. Yeah, I mean, I guess. You're not wrong. But, like, fuck, man. That's not making me feel any better. In the sense that, like, yeah, he could have named his kid Paul or Jason or anything else. But no, he had to go with Jack from Jacktherippa. A name that I just was like, I gotta be I was an edgy 15-year-old, and I was like, I gotta be named after a serial killer. Oh, and I gotta make the name sound really street so that it, you know, it sounds cool. Like, is that not like the strangest fucking thing you've ever heard? One day he'll find my base. Oh God. No, don't wish that evil on me, Ricky Bobby. Or do. I mean, I'm probably not going to have a 2B2D base for much longer anyway. On God is the real second gen. Yeah, he is second gen, I guess. That's still strange as all hell. Jacktherippa Smith. You came in halfway through the story, TJ? I'm trying to think, like, what part did you come in at? Because, like, I don't know. You could have heard any number of parts about the name and about how Alpha Computer told his friend about a lot of 2B2T stuff, apparently. And the next thing I know, I am apparently a known quantity to this man, whom I have never met or talked with before, other than, like, maybe one time. Apparently he knows a lot about me from Alpha due to 2B2T stuff. Yeah, like, the odds of this kid knowing who FitMC is long after the expiration date of 2B2T is not zero. It's not zero. And that's strange. Did you hear me talk about the kitten? Or the cat who gave birth last night? In our little kitty cat igloo? I'm gonna stack this 30 more blocks. Yeah, we had a cat who has been coming around last few, I don't know, about a month or two maybe. She had been eating up a lot of the food from this older cat we keep. He's an outdoors feral cat, but you know, he's really badly beaten up, sadly, because he's, you know, he's old. And unfortunately, you know, she started eating up his food after she showed up on the scene about 2 to 3 months ago. When was it? They started showing up because they were little kittens God, they started showing up in like maybe December, New Year's, somewhere in there. And yeah, so she got pregnant and she gave birth last night. And I went outside to check on her because I saw how fat she was. She was getting really fat. Like, you know when a pregnant cat or a pregnant human starts to show. Like, it's obvious. It's not really too shocking. And I knew she was a not spayed, you know, female cat. And I was like, uh-oh. If she is even remotely close to 4 to 6 months old, the likelihood of her getting pregnant's exceptionally high. And sure enough, pregante. Oh, damn it. Fucking zombies. And so, yeah, that was a thing. And she just kept getting fatter and fatter at an exponential rate. And I was like, yep, she's going to give birth. And she feels safe here, so she gave birth here. She's let me see her kittens. I'm happy about that. I'm hoping we can give them away and get them into good homes. I forget how long you have to wait to be able to do that. Men, this history is so life. I know. Naming your kid Mr. House. Ooh. I could see a Mr. House being somebody's, like, nickname or some shit. Oh my god, internet, please. Yeah, it's not cooperating, but oh well. Imagine if Pop Bob was doxxed as Bob McPop. No, I'm pretty sure his name was Alan Schaefer or something. The neighborhood, though? What do you mean, the neighborhood? Oh my god, I feel like I could do this better in single player. There we go. One half. The kid gets frozen, civilization falls. He speaks after being unfrozen. Next thing you know, it turns into a religion. People start worshipping the great Rippa following the righteous ways. What in the hell? I can't, in any good faith, believe that is even slightly realistic. I know that was a joke, but like... Nah. Nah, man. Nah. Nah, that ain't happening. Nah, mate, that is not going to occur. Let me put up... Please stop lagging. Oh my god, please stop lagging. Put up the iron door as well. There we go. Give myself some room for the level 0 stuff. I want to put bamboo signs. Put that there. Fuck shit. Honeycomb that shit so that it isn't. There we go. Oh my god, it's dying. Why is it dying? Yeah, it is. Okay, well, if I can't stream tonight, or if it all, like, goes belly up, you know why. 1,156. Oh, I sure love large ping values. Oh, just surely... God, lovely. Please, sir, can I have more ping? Jack will be all that remains. Jack and the cockroaches. I think I have a picture of 3 kittens in a sink if you want to see it, but the picture is a few years old. No, I'm good. I have plenty of kitten pictures. I got some pictures of my own. Thank you, Jacktherippa. Oh, you're welcome, brah, oi, YTD. Or Y... whatever your name is. Holy shit, I'm tired of trying to pronounce people's names. Get real, normal-sounding names, people. Please. Tutu of Sodom and Fit denouncing the evil ways of... the Bob Popper, the Tristy one, and Jared. Okay. Yeah, all of that makes sense, sure. What's next? The master of the house telling old people to stop playing this dead server or something? Not old people, but all the people. Fuck, stop playing this dead server. It stopped lagging, don't worry. Okay, good. Still really bad ping. I'm not even gonna get one fucking room finished. I like how you call him the Tristy one. That's so weird. Oh yeah, speaking of weird 2B2T shit, I inadvertently, without realizing, I clicked on a somebody was in a call in a certain server I will not name, and I inadvertently clicked on their profile picture and it sent me to their call, and then it was like too late to back out. I didn't mean to do it, but you know, it happened, and I got into a talk with them. And I learned about some things regarding apparently there being 2B2T character pairings. You know how everybody has a skin? Well, these people were treating the skin of a player as a character, like an OC, I guess you could say. And they were like, oh, yeah, and we go as far as to... Because they were telling me about all this, because this person was asking me about an old skin that I had. I'd stopped using, but, you know. And so I was telling them, and I was like, yeah, this was this thing. And then they just launch into this diatribe about how they treat player skins like they are characters. And they even go as far as to ship them. And I took one look at that and went, okay, well, it's nice talking to you. You people are out of your damn minds. And then I left. And I just couldn't help but go like, oh no. Oh, that's not good. Yikes. oh, yeah, exactly. You know what that means. Who's going to have that much sponge to build? I don't know. Somebody will have this much. There's no way this much duped sponge doesn't exist somewhere. Maybe. Possibly. We'll see. I'm not that concerned about it because I'm Jacktherippa, I guess. People inevitably procure items somewhere, some way, at some point. So I'm not that concerned about it because I know I will eventually be able to social engineer either a sponge farm, a dupe stash, something. Someone will have some amount of sponge, and I'll be able to make use of it. If sponge ends up being, like, prohibitive, like, let's just say that it's just prohibitively expensive to use this much sponge in the build, if that's the case, I will just find an alternative formulation. Like, it doesn't have to be sponge. It could easily be yellow concrete powder. If we really need to, we can just switch to bamboo. Because you can automate the hell out of bamboo. And the bamboo mosaic and the stripped bamboo log are very, very backroomsy. Or, it kind of looks like that chevron wallpaper. It's like a bunch of diamonds and triangles pointing up and down. And it just tessellates over and over. Like, you can kind of read between the lines with that. With the wet sponge and the regular sponge, it feels sort of like a damp, old kind of place. I think it'll work. If we have to ship, or if we have to change it, rather, to bamboo, like, that's doable still. Lamau, what? Yeah, exactly. That was also my feeling, and I was like, oh no. I don't want to go any further down that rabbit hole. Did they ship your new skin with your old skin? I did not ask. And I did not wish to know. So I have no way to know for sure. But it wouldn't surprise me if there were answers to that that neither of us would want to know the answer to. Aw. Oh, you were already looking for it. Okay, well, those kittens are way older. Thank you for showing me that, Callum. I appreciate it. Those kittens are way older than the kittens that we currently have. Ours are literally not even a full 24 hours old yet, so, you know. They are tiny little things. Oh my lord, they are like 2 of my fingers big. I mean, I'm a 6-foot tall man. I'm not like a bodybuilder or anything, but like my hands are reasonably large. These kittens are not even like 7 centimeters, and they probably don't even weigh 100 grams. Like maybe 100 grams at most. Like these are really, really tiny cats. I mean, you know, they're newborns. What do you expect? But still. Okay, so here, so right there is where the first one goes. Oh, right. I've got the, yeah, I've got the, okay. I have a template for how to lay all these out. I'm not gonna do it at the minute. Let me get like a filler material that can be used to select all of this. Okay. See, now that mobs spawn readily, kind of have to be a little more careful here. Ah, shit. Okay, I gotta go over 1 block. All right. Because you're Jacktherippa, I guess. I don't know what you expect me to say to that. Okay. Fill stone slabs 100. Perfect. Okay, so... Or, well, no. I need that as a reference point. Pop. Okay, so self-love. Oh, please don't even... Please don't put those ideas in my head. I don't want to think about it. Okay, replace... Actually, no. That outside line is perfectly fine. Yeah, that's perfectly fine. Did I break that thing out here? I did not. Okay, I need that reference point. Like the sun, a new dub will rise and give us the next golden age. A new dupe, you mean? You said dub. But I know what you mean. Yes, a new dupe will rise and give us a new golden age or some shit, I guess. I don't know. The thought of Jack being shipped with Pop Bob is vomit-inducing. Yeah, I mean, what do you think how do you think I feel about it? Like, ugh. How much do I bench? I do not bench anything. Okay, replace air with pale oak. Where's the trapdoor? Trapdoor. Ah, poop. Undo. It's got to be pale oak trapdoors that are half equals top. There we go. Perfect. Perfect. Right there. Okay, and then Replace air with polished black stone slabs. Wonderful. Okay, and then I gotta get... Actually, undo that for a moment. I need to put a slab on top of all the frog lights as well. Bingo. Okay, set gravel. Perfect. Hell yes. I love seeing it all cascade out like this, even if it does hurt my frame rate a little. Or a lot. Oh man, a lot. You benched Space Valk 3 times 3 sets? Yeah, exactly. I benched it so many times because I built it. S-Man, try Jack, Pop Bob, and Fitness. Oh god, no. Shut up. Stop talking. I will ban you, Callum. Do not say shit like that. I bench occasionally at the park. Not more than 2 hours. Can't sit for too long. I understand. Perfectly understandable. Oh my god. Who knew gravel settling would be such a frame rate intense thing? Are there any blocks in Hightail that are affected by gravity like this? I just hadn't had a thought. There we go. Yeah, it is beautiful, I agree. It's very pretty, but it was a little bit too framey. I should have been more careful with how I put everything. Okay, so now I can just replace all the gravel. Gravel with polished blackstone slabs. There we go. Perfect. Okay, so this is the ceiling of level 0. Eh? You little son of a bitch. He stole my gravel. Man, can't have shit in Detroit. Fuck shit, the wind today has been fucking up all the signs and bits of windows lying on the streets. Oh. Saw vid and feed of those peeps that go caving. Oh, you mean like, yeah, I know what you mean. Oh, that is some scary shit. I do not fuck with caving. Like, IRL caving is definitely one of the more harrowing things out there. That or, even worse, cave diving. I've seen some really, really terrible horror stories of cave diving. Not the sort of thing that I recommend. Cave diving feels very, very like you are just absolutely taking your own life into your hands. Like on a remarkable level. Okay, here's what I'll do. I'll G-mask in, or well, no, okay, I need to have the bottom portion. trying to figure out how to best do this. Well, I guess it doesn't matter if it's top. Yeah, it doesn't matter. Yeah, it'll replace it all the same. Okay. Now found a secret underground complex with tons and tons of explosives. Ooh. Interesting. Caving is sick. I'd probably never do it. Yeah, it's one of those things you should probably just live vicariously through other people's videos of doing. Looked like backrooms as well? Really? Are you sure it wasn't fake? Like a hall cave, yeah, I'd go there. That's cool. But fucking little cracks in the rocks or whatever, yeah, get out. Yeah, the ones they squeeze themselves through like they're made of putty. God. I've been in like normal caves before. They're cool, but worm crawling, I would never do. Yeah, crawling on your belly for 5 miles. Well, maybe not 5 miles, but crawling on your belly for 500 yards or some shit like that. Yes. I agree. That is dumb as hell. Action Adventure Twins? Oh, them. Okay. Well, I would rather not have another one of their videos that pop up in my feed, so I won't be looking at it, but I get what you mean. Well, they just like SIGs next to it and climbed all over it like old... Oh, man. Well, if it had all been corroded, maybe it was safe-ish? I don't know. Cave diving is for motherfuckers with stable jobs. Wife, 2 kids, house, and a Corvette. Me playing Cube World with 0 expectations in life. I'm safe. Yeah, I agree. Okay. Now... Oh boy. Now I need to get like right here. Yeah, that'll do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay. G-mask. Stone slabs. There we go. Paste. Bam. Okay. Hell yeah. That worked out so good. Just got to knock off some of the extra bits that got pasted in regardless. And then underside should be good. Yeah, we got the classic backrooms look. I have a feeling that if I remove all the torches on the floor, it's going to be too dark because that ceiling's simply too far away. I need to find a good workaround that will prevent mobs from spawning while simultaneously not requiring lichen to be placed everywhere, but also will look like it should. I don't mind if it's dim, I just want it to not look... Or I just don't want it to spawn mobs. Okay, G-mask. Turn that off. Perfect. Dozens of freight trucks sitting down there. Really? Yeah, they often do that belly crawl bullshit in water. Oh, I know. Freight trucks. They must have had a much larger... tunnel or something that has since been condemned. I wonder if that was one of those Cold War era silo type things or some shit. I don't know. It's weird. All right, let's play the game that I was afraid of playing. Yep. Too dark. And the irony is you can see just a little bit of the outline of the lights. Man, if only you could project light onto a surface. That would solve this problem immediately. See, like right here, it's 1. It's probably light levels, what? 2, 1, 2, 1? How much you want to bet? Yep. Light level 1, light level 1, 2, 1, 1, 2, 1, 1, 2. Yeah, that explains it. And so it can't propagate out to here. If you drop the ceiling, though, yeah, if I drop the ceiling, maybe. Maybe it could go down 1 more block. I could maybe do that. Let's see. Oh, okay. Yeah, good suggestions then. Yeah, that solved it. That more or less did it. Okay. Undo that real quick. Kill some of the spawnable areas real fast. Make sure it's all good. And then I can just move everything down. Fuck it. I don't need that. Okay. Damn. Take this back some. It was one of them types you've seen before. Like, it didn't look like a mine, but maybe it was, and then it's storage, and who knows. Yeah, it sounds like they didn't... The people who owned it at whatever point in time that was... It sounds like they themselves did not understand what they needed to use that space for. And it just sort of became a use everything type space. A catch-all. You should add some light sources. It could be redstone lamps hooked up to some clocks to emulate flickering. Okay. Yeah, we could try that. Ow, that itches. One. Set glass. Where did I put that? There it is. Not high up enough, I was afraid of that. Okay. Move that down there. Oh, whoop. About to do the exact same mistake. And bound. There we go. I'll go remove all these torches later. It's not a big deal. Okay. So it's very, very dim. But it is like... Oh, shit. Some of these areas are not due to how it, like, panned out. They're not, like, super favorable. Lichen. That's what this is for. We just put a little strip of lichen growing down that wall there. Flickering neon lights. I like that. It's very big-brained. Well, it isn't that big brain because we did that in Escape the Jack Rooms 1. So, technically you're correct. The best kind of correct. But also, I'm sorry, dude. We beat you there. We already done beat you to it. As for... Will we use flickering neon lights here? Maybe. Since I used that in Escape the Jack Rooms 1... I'm not exactly chomping at the bit to do it again. We've already proven we can do strange and crazy lighting. Oop, that's bad corner. Bad space. Okay. So yeah, like our options are still really good. I'm not concerned about it. Not really. Because, like if we really needed to do lighting, we could just stick stuff in the floor and then cover it up. Even though it would look like ass, we could do that. Oop. There we go. Although I don't like how that's brighter than the majority of the area. Because like, you got this noticeably brighter ring of stuff around the edges, but over here it's like not that way. So like what I could do, this might seem a little jank. What I could do is put a lichen every other block around the perimeter so that it is more uniform. And really that's kind of the thing. I need the lighting to be uniform. Foxtrot and uniform. The amount of explosives down there was nuts. It was that deep either. It was not that deep or it was deep. Like, if anything, those explosives sound like they were going to be used to mine. I don't think those were weapons explosives. I think they were, hey, let's make our tunnel even larger. Let's extract all of those minerals that are hiding deep within the depths of the earth. Glow lichen? Oh, I know. Lichen is one of those awesome additions to the game that when I first saw it, I scoffed so hard at glow lichen. I looked at that shit and went, ugh! You can't possibly expect me to think that's a good enough addition to the game. Yeah, it turns out that take was completely wrong. It is, in fact, a good enough addition to the game. Glow lichen makes a lot of things possible that would not otherwise. Because, like, the ability to make a somewhat subtle light source, and since they changed how mobs spawn in regards to light, like... yeah. The ability to just subtly shut off mob spawning without overpowering an area with a large light source, and it's easily farmable. You can find it literally everywhere, and it has no real, like, color to it. I mean, it kind of has some color to it, but it's, like, subtle, and it's natural. Because that's the best part. It's completely natural, so you can just stick it in any normal space you would expect to find lichen or moss or what have you, and bam, Bob's your uncle. And Pop Bob's your griefer. Like, you're just not going to notice it. It ties a room together in a way you wouldn't expect. I love it. I will say I have become addicted to moss. There we go. That makes it a lot less noticeable. Yeah. Much better. Okay. And then you can make this jump, as we've already established back on Monday. I made this jump fairly easily. If I could store enough shit to be able to take my armor off, you can take that fall without beacons and without armor, and you can survive. Pretty sure with survival mode, it'll only Yeah, it won't even deal any damage. Of course, that's with resist 2, jump boost 2, feather falling 4, full prot 4. Like, I'm kitted the fuck out, so of course it's not going to do a lot of damage, but you get the idea. It's good shit. It's free real estate. Anyway, I do like glowberries, but I saw glowberries and immediately thought, yeah, glowberries are it. Glowberries are awesome. I will take 1,000,000 of those. But glowberries and glow lichen, even though they were introduced at the same time, they didn't really feel right. You know what I mean? They didn't feel comparable. Now, the glowberries are absolutely worse than the glow lichen in terms of use. Hate how Mojang makes worse the light and the redstone torch all in one move. Oh. And redstone torch is fine. I don't really see anything wrong with the intensity of the redstone torch. Like, yeah, it isn't as bright as all the other options, but so what? It's perfectly fine the way that it is. Okay. You can make this jump fairly well, I'd say. That's what, a 3-block jump? Yeah, even without jump boost, that's manageable. I don't think that's asking for too much. Now then, I want stack 5, maintain that selection. I want there to be something of a corridor between these two spots. Problem is, I have no clue what sort of connector I want to exist between this spot and that spot. Because I feel like this back corner area is a lot more like hidden away. Yeah, I don't know. You can get to it. This back corner area, you go over here. Shit, where was it? Oh, you go over here. And bam, you just got to get to this backmost corner, right? This is the farthest backmost corner on layer 1 of level 0. And then you immediately have access to a staircase. But I feel like this section inside this building is a little bit more accessible. And so you'll come up that staircase more often, because that's also near the entrance. So, like, it's funny. The entrance and the exit out of level 0 is over here, but a way up to the next highest layer is right there. So, like, I think I should force you somehow, like maybe I strip you of your agency. You can't open this door this way. You can't just waltz in and leave. You got to figure out a way to get through this door somehow. And so that would, of course, require redstone. So, like, you can see the entrance exit, but you're not leaving this session unless you know how. So I might make players jump through that hoop of, hey, like, you come down to this area here, right? And you go, oh, there's a door. Oh, I got to get to that. And then you come down here to investigate, and there's nothing immediately in the area, but then you see off to your right, or off to your left, I mean, which you cannot see from the top of the staircase. You cannot tell that that's there. You have to manually come down here, and then I might put something over in this area. Some sort of like a notifier. If only I could find the right switch to open this door. Something like that. And that's how you'd get out. So yeah. I think that'll be fun. Okay, in the olden days, mobs only spawned at below light level of 7. Torch only gave you 6, so you could light a zone with redstone torches and mobs would still spawn. Right. I get that. But now it does not matter because redstone torches will block up to 6 blocks of light. So you still get the best of both worlds, in my opinion. I feel like the mob spawn system should have always been this way. Whoops. You should always have never had to worry about mobs up to 24-ish blocks away, and also at light level 0 only. Like, that should have always been a thing. I don't think light level 7 or below should have been the way that Notch did it. I think it should have been light level 0 only. And so the light level drop-offs are just A, so that you use lights reasonably frequently enough, and B, you can sculpt an area to have mood lighting with lower light levels, like in here. So, yeah, I think Mojang made a really good decision with that. Like, theoretically, they could have kept the mob spawning rules exactly as they had been for years, for like over a decade, that it was light level 7 or below. And they could have kept it that way. They could have still upped the height in 1.18. And you would still have basically not had, you know, anything below 7. But I'm glad they didn't. I'm glad they changed that. That actually did kind of need to change. It was a better change. I don't know. That's just my opinion. Hi, Raynora. Welcome. We don't want to do big updates anymore because they're too hard. Yep. That is indeed the case. How many hearts left with no armor once you fall? You don't take more than like 3 or 4 hearts of damage at most. I will... I'll go turn off all the beacons. There we go. Yeah, I'll go shut off all of my beacons and I'll show you. In my opinion, Notch did never fully implement his entire vision of mob spawning. I guess. I don't really know what he planned. Whatever Notch may have had in mind is all well and good, but, like, it never happened. So, like, what am I supposed to think about that? Like, if he didn't get his whole ass vision, well, that's his fault. There we go. I'm making sure all of these are shut off, because if I don't... Ooh. Oh yeah, I wanted to do grass room corridors. Oh well. But yeah, if we don't... if I don't iterate through all the chunks and shut off all the beacons simultaneously, then they won't. They'll be mismatched or whatever the hell. Okay, so without armor, without beacons, right? I'll keep Elytra on just because that doesn't actually add any armor. Okay. How the fuck did you get down there? Where the hell did he spawn? It's a good thing I looked before I leapt, huh? How did you... How do you exist? Like, there's no dark spot, I don't think. They shouldn't. Oh! Oh, no, it's not this. Yeah. Okay, well, I'm going to put a thing there just to be safe. There has to be a dark area somewhere around here where they can spawn. I must have missed it. Shit. Well, that's creepy. No pun intended. I'm gonna worry about that. Where did he come from? I do not understand. That's not good. If I can't figure out where he came in or spawned from, like, yikes. I mean, I guess he could have spawned up here and then fell down, because as we've proven, the hay bale greatly reduces fall damage. So, theoretically... Okay, that's been covered up. Okay. All right. We addressed the elephant in the room. Okay. This is me with basically full saturation. Jumping down. Yeah, you only take 2 hearts. No backup beacon effects. No armor. No enchantments. None of that. Like, just jumping down. Yeah, you can take 2 hearts of damage here. And you know, if you need to get down to a lower layer, 2 hearts of damage is it's a suitable toll, I feel. I feel like that is a reasonable amount of damage you can take, and reasonably you can find a way to heal it up, and you should be fine. But we shall see. I don't really know if... Ooh, actually, I kind of like the idea. I kind of like the idea of a small, hidden little alcove here. Maybe it can be lit. Yes, it's the perfect height for light. And it's super bright, but like it works. Okay. Jump scares of creepers aside. Uh-oh, where's my wall? There it is. That's my wall material. Okay. Perfect. And again, I like using the pillars as a means of obstructing line of sight, so that when the creakings are in this area, you can't just duck behind... I mean, you can kind of duck behind a pillar, but, like, you can't just, you know, run around constantly keeping a line of sight on them. The idea is for them to have it out for you, basically. Like, the creakings will want to kill you. Like, they're down to fuck, and you're in the way. At least that is the hope. I'm going to make this a pillar as well, because why not? You had so many lights before? Yeah, that's true. You did have to add far more lights before they added that wonderful change. He hinted toward like lower light level meaning harder mobs, and lower Y coordinates meaning you had more light to stop spawning. Oh, interesting. Well, I won't lie, that is a cool system. I'm kind of sad it didn't get implemented. But at the same time, like, why didn't it get implemented? It clearly could have been made. For whatever reason, it just never happened. Well. Such is life in the zone. Oops. I guess Minecraft has finally seen, or lived long enough to see itself become the villain. Kind of. Okay. Yeah, I kind of like that. It also breaks up the monotony of there being just nothing in the middle here. Even though there's still a lot of nothing in the middle here, but hey. That seems much higher than 2. He said, I believe around the time the Nether was added. Oh my god. Oh, wow, that was so long ago. Halloween 2010. Good grief. Adding slabs was a mistake, so I don't know. Clock broken twice, whatever. Slabs were not a mistake. Oh my. Where do people get that shit? I mean, where did he get that? I'm not saying like... I don't know. That's fucking stupid, dude. If I made the Minecraft today, I would not make slabs. Slabs were a mistake. What? I guess the man who made the sandbox block simulator did not understand and appreciate the value of blocks that did not conform to the standard meter cube geometry. Because blocks that don't necessarily comport to the standard meter cube geometry are literally the lifeblood of the game. That's what makes the game so interesting. Things that are not a full-fledged meter cube block are wonderful. And not recognizing that is just so... Huh? It's just crazy. Oh well, what can you do? If even the big man couldn't necessarily understand his own vision or what it meant. Fuck, man. I don't know. I guess the Lucid Blocks developer is more aware, you know. The imitation game of on-off Jacktherippa. Okay. For a certain vision of the game, he would have kept this game probably so much better. Probably, that's true. But some things just you don't gotta fix what isn't broken. Get what Jack means too. Thank you. Get closer to circles and spheres. I mean, as long as it's 4-sided, I'm fine with that. Like, I don't want perfect circles. I don't want perfect spheres. Like, I'm fine with there being things that are angular, you know? Like, Hytale has just added those sloped roof bits. Like, that's wonderful. That's good. I want that. The sloped roofs feel very, you know, on the money. Now, admittedly, Hytale's a completely different game, and thus will have a completely different aesthetic, but I can appreciate the slope. It's still technically 4-sided. I don't know, man. it just feels very tone deaf for people like Notch to go, I wouldn't have added that. If I had thought about it better, I wouldn't have done this. I wouldn't have done that. To which all I can say is, well, why'd you do it in the first place? Why did you add the slab? If you weren't going to add the slab, like... Slabs were a wonderful addition to the game. Remember, I'm a proponent of every material having a stair, slab, and wall. Why? Because the geometry they bring to the table is just so much cooler than not. And Hytale has followed suit. They've fucking figured this out. What a surprise. Give us in different bits of geometry, and we can make magical stuff. Probably have been better in ways that were not necessarily in the game, but would have been definitely be better. Well, I don't agree. I agree that it would have made the game different. There would be a different vision of the game, but that ultimately, no, the game being geometry focused, as geometry focused as it is, like, that's definitely for the better. Textures for half blocks? I don't recall. Okay. There we go. Okay. Now how the fuck do I conquer this giant black splotch? Take the lazy way out. Agree. And wall, please. Oh, okay. Back rooms. Yes, it is the back rooms, Wilkener. Yes, Jeb is indeed retarded. We've known this for a while. I'll never forget the thing that kind of made me go, yeah, Jeb is retarded. It's just something about the man. I don't know if it's because he's just so gosh darn socially awkward or like what the deal is exactly, but like there's just something about him that I noticed many years ago. And it just kind of stuck out as strange. It's so hard to put into words like what this moment felt like. Where I was like, yeah, Jeb is not the right guy for the game. Like, actually we are in not as great hands as I would hope. Something's not right here. I forget what I was doing. I want to say it was in 2011 or 2012. It was around the time that he started spearheading everything. And it just sort of kept seeming like there was just something that wasn't clicking. Where I was like, this is not what I expected. I want to say it was around the time we started getting a lot of snapshots for like 1.3 and 1.4. I don't know. It was a weird feeling to just suddenly realize, yeah, wait a minute, the people in charge are dumb. What are they doing? There was this big departure about that time on 2B2T. From liking the developers of at Mojang to being like, what are they fucking doing? And then it only got more toxic and more critical from there. And I began to go, yeah, this is... something's up here. I remember, oh, I know. It was around the time of the first Minecon. I had heard, and this was strange, the Yogs cast were very popular at that time. And I remembered hearing about the Yogscast having a falling out with Notch. And I just remember thinking, this was so weird. They were sucking his cock not 3 months earlier. And then suddenly they hated him? And by the way, they've always hated him ever since. But like, something about how Jeb very quickly thereafter became like the lead guy. And I began to wonder, some weird shift is occurring here. But I couldn't quite put my finger on what it was or why. And well, yeah, like I'm sure there were a ton of big, you know, heads up, this is strange, heads up, this is not normal, hey, you know, this is going to be a problem. Like, I'm sure if I went back and looked at it, I'd probably notice a series of obvious oddities that were like a portent of things to come. I can't remember every single little thing that happened. Just that the first thing that really stood out to me was how Notch and the Yogscast split apart. And from then on, it felt like there was a schism developing in the community. It was odd. It was all very, very odd. It feels weird to be thinking about all of this shit so many years later. With 30% sponge, 70% regular. There we go. Much better. Nice and aged to perfection. Oh well. Hindsight's always 20/20. Okay. Kind of starting to get a feel for where I want to take this place. Maybe something should be up here. I don't know yet. Concrete should absolutely have a stair and slab variant. Literally the yeah, exactly. This is what stairs are made of IRL. I know. The problem is that Microsoft has their hands on it, not that Notch is gone. I get that. I do. But if Notch had stayed here, he would not have given it to Microsoft, and thus we would not be in this situation. So, I don't know. Jeb sometimes says stuff that sounds like he thinks we are all still in the days of 1.2, while Mojangcrosoft fucking excavator moves all around him. Yeah, it does feel kind of like he's out of touch. I think that's really kind of the thing, right? Jeb was never in touch with Minecraft. Jeb was like in charge of taking over his best friend's passion project. And said passion project has since spiraled into a worldwide phenomenon. And yeah, he is an old man. Not really that. I mean, he's only a few years older than me. He's not that old. But he's since become very, very, very out of touch and very kind of like not aware, right? And Jeb never felt like he was truly aware of what made Minecraft Minecraft. Oh, I remember now. I remember now the moment where I felt like Jeb was retarded. Oh my God. Okay, it finally it clicked. So Jeb and I was at the LANs when this happened. And so this had to have been 2012, 2013, right around what I was thinking. Couldn't have been 2011. I was thinking about the Notch Yogscast incident. That was late 2011. This was sometime in 2012, and I was at the LANs, and I was expanding my flower garden, and I distinctly remember this. I was reading I was watching a video, that's right. It was a video about Jeb because Jeb by this time had completely taken over. He was the front man, and Jeb was doing an interview with whoever the fuck, it doesn't matter. Some now completely defunct and out of date news outlet for games. And he was doing an interview with them. And they were asking him, hey, Mr. I'm in charge of Minecraft, what makes Minecraft so popular. And Jeb gives this half-hearted answer. Like, oh, well, when you mine up shit and, you know, stuff drops on the ground, you go and you pick up all the blocks. And so it's like you get a little tiny dopamine hit. And I was sitting there excavating for the blue pyramid. Or I was just starting the blue pyramid or something like that. I was doing a menial task. And I was breaking a lot of blocks. And I was sitting there going, no, actually, I hate this. I don't like doing this at all. I hated strip mining. You know, that was bullshit. I was like, wait a minute. No, that's not it at all. That's not why Minecraft is good. That's not something I comport to. What do you mean? As you mine blocks, you pick up stuff and like you get a dopamine hit. I mean, maybe some people do, but I don't believe that to be the reason why Minecraft is popular. Like, if anything, that's just something that keeps people engaged. No, the reason Minecraft's popular is because your imagination can run wild and you can do almost anything you want with the game. Like, no, it's the potential. And yeah, like, that was the moment I realized, no, this motherfucker ain't got a clue. Freedom of choice, my guy. Like, huh? I was the confused black guy meme for a hot second there. And that was immediately when I was like, yeah, no, something doesn't smell right. And yeah, Jeb is retarded. And ever since that interview, and I swear to God, that interview was like 15 years ago, it feels like. It's probably not exactly 15, but it's in a long enough time. Ever since that interview, I have just considerably more and more found that the man just doesn't know what the fuck he's doing. He's just continually opened his mouth, inserted his foot, said something about something that doesn't mean fucking anything. And then we all go, okay, Jeb, and go about our business. Except for when it's like a sacred cow, like the creeper. If we made Minecraft today, we wouldn't have made the creeper. And everybody goes, whoa, 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 slow your fucking roll there, Jeb. What do you mean you wouldn't have made the most iconic, you know, video game creature in the last 20-something years? Like, huh? Yeah, it's just, again, this man is kind of retarded. I don't know if he's socially retarded and just gets flustered and is like, oh God, why are you asking me? Oh no, I don't want to be talked to. No, please don't bother me. In which case I feel very bad for the man. Or he just doesn't understand the nature of the game as it is supposed to be. And I'm kind of leaning toward little of column A, little of column B. Oh well. Little of column A, little of Columbine. Just how it is. Lol, Iris. Sold the game over slabs. Jeb is the main code slave. I don't think he is, actually. Isn't he like a creative director or some shit now? Like, I don't think he codes the game in any way, shape, or form. Or if he does, he'll only do it for whatever little small pet projects or the like. You know, I don't think Jeb is literally slaving away in the Mojang mines making the game work. That just doesn't strike me as something Jeb would be doing this many years later. Surely he'd have had a promotion or 10 by now. I don't know. Whatever. Agreed. Keeps engaged longer not buying it. Yeah. Oh well. Whatever. I mean, on some level, I think everybody has known Minecraft is run by morons. Like, I think on some level, everybody's been passingly aware that actually nobody who is in the kitchen currently knows what the fuck they're doing. Actually, we're all run by what is effectively a technical version of idiocracy. I think we've all just kind of known that for a while. Uh-oh. I think I heard something bad, but I don't know. Okay, I'm going to make a series of pillars right there. Perfect. Shit. Ah, I hate missing. Anyway, dumbest answer ever. I know. It was a dumb answer. Now it makes so much sense how any of the events that have followed have taken place. Kind of, yeah. There's a lack of understanding. A deep lack of understanding with how and why the game is the way that it is. And, you know, what you gonna do? You are but a passenger on this ride. Make sure your seatbelts are buckled. True, it was a joke. It was just Jeb screaming at the last 8 coders and maybe. Well, oh man, speaking of coders, the one that I really feel bad for, Dinner Bong. Oh my god, poor Dinner Bong. They trotted that dumb fucker out there. They made him the fall guy for their Mojang or Microsoft enforcement accounts or whatever. When they were like, hey, remember that thing you guys don't want us to put in? Player reporting? Yeah, we're going to put it in. Suck our collective cock. And they trotted Dinner Bong out there to be the mouthpiece for it. And they just made him take the fall, and then he got all the hate. And then he served his purpose, and then Dinner Bong was like, okay, I feel like a used condom. I am going to leave. Then he did. I wonder what Mr. Adams is up to these days. Nathan Dinner Bong Adams. He was actually pretty cool. He was good friends with the Mindcrack people. For what little time the Mindcrackers were relevant post Microjang merger. I really do feel bad for Nathan Dinnerbone Adams, though. In all seriousness. Like, all shit posting aside, like, no, actually, they did him dirty. And they probably know it. It's the Microsoft way. They always do their employees dirty one way or another. Oh well. Hell yeah, still alive. Welcome, Toaster Ghost. Whoa, shit. Ah, poor dude. I know, right? I say poor us. Dinnerbone or Dinner Bong is a hero. I mean, he did a good job for the time he was there. I'm not going to say he didn't. I'm just saying I like making fun of his name. But, like, in all seriousness, though, they really did him dirty. Because he was useful until he wasn't. And like every person who is useful to Microsoft, they've got a shelf life. Let us delete in his honor. When it comes to it, which it has or is close for Hero for Leaving. Yeah, it's, I don't feel so good, Mr. Stark. It's beginning to get to that, that level, isn't it? Gee, Mr. Stark, I don't feel so hot. Gee, Mr. Notch, I don't feel so hot. What a depressing topic. Jack, you should give Blame a read. It's a great finish. Oh, yeah. The super liminal open space. Like, oh my god, yeah. Wonderful manga. I've heard a lot about it. I know I need to get into it. It's been on my backlog for a while. I'ma try. Don't worry. I'm gonna try. Unfortunately, I've got so many irons in the fires these days. I just don't have much of a window of opportunity to squeeze blame exclamation point into. It's all Israel's fault for what happened at Mojang. Damn, really? Oh my God! First they're responsible for the Palestinian. Whatever the fuck that was, and then now it's their fault for this other stuff too at Mojang 10, 15 years ago. Oh my God. Next thing I know, you'll tell me that Palm Beach Pete was actually Epstein the whole time, and that they actually killed Palm Beach Pete so that Epstein could assume his identity. Fucking knew it. I knew somebody would be like, yeah, I knew it. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. That is a really, really, really interesting theory. Probably not even slightly true. Definitely not provable. Whether it's true or not, very hard to tell. Provable. I don't know. They always say the best place to hide's in plain sight. So we shall see. They doing more fuckery with Minecraft? I mean, no more fuckery than they've already been doing. I think with Minecraft, it's just a matter of time before they sunset it. They'll give it the old 1-2 buckle my shoe, move to Bedrock, give us money. Oy vey. Or they won't. No, they will. They totally will. They've been salivating at the idea of killing Minecraft for a long time. No way in hell they don't sunset the game at some point. Oh well, good thing we have Hytale now. Is Notch in the files? No. I can't see how he would be in the files simply because he was not popular by that time. By the time he was a billionaire after Mojang and Microsoft, I highly doubt a man living in Sweden would have been like, he would have been like a random billionaire from like a business thing. I don't know that they would have given a shit about him. Also, they liked to compromise people who were of national intelligence value, or at least seemingly of national intelligence value. So, like, I don't know. I don't think Notch ever could have been in the files, even if he wanted to be. Which is good. I wouldn't have wanted him to be. But I'm just saying, like, I genuinely don't think that door was ever open. Not to Notch, and not to a bunch of people who are now popular, but would not have been, or at least not been, popular enough. Like, you don't understand what the New York, European, etc., nightlife would have demanded of people. Notch was an introvert coder. Like, he would not have fit in. He made his money through a game. Guarantee you a lot of these people were boomers and would thus have looked down on games. No. Jeff's in Israel. I know everybody says it, but I mean, where else if he is alive? I mean, I guess that's where I'd have put him. I would not dared stuck him in somebody else's shoes on, you know, somebody else's whatever. Like, I would have hid him the fuck away. Put him in a small private compound and just been like, yeah, you live here now. Do not go anywhere. Because he was an Israeli intelligence asset, too. It's something that a lot of people don't want to fucking talk about. So, like... Yeah. It is a mess. Oh my god, cat, shut up. She's meowing outside my door. Okay, alright. I'm happy with how this has turned out. Alright, there is my recipe for walls. Perfect. Now then, 2030, Minecraft Java Edition gets killed. Mark my words. I know some guy is watching the VOD in 2030 and reading this. Tell me in the comments. I will totally remember to check. Yes, what he said. What Iris Galaxius said. Completely right. I too will remember to check, probably. Notch did not like Israel so much, or its citizens. Yeah, that would kind of sort of make you not actually eligible to party with Epstein, as it turns out. Oh, good morning, Mood. What's up? How are you? Okay, we are beginning to get there. Little bit by little bit. Oh, yeah, I was storing that here. I don't know. Oh! You shouldn't exist. Oh, he must have fallen down from up here when I had a hole up here. Okay. It must have been just dark enough for him to spawn and then fall and take a bunch of damage. Neat. Okay, I've been meaning to turn my beacons back on. I completely forgot about that. A little bit, Polly. A little Polly, how are you? Okay. Bam, bam. That should all turn off. Okay. Good, good, good. Missed one stream and it looks a little bit like I missed a shit ton of building. You probably missed Monday? I mean, I didn't do a whole lot of building up there. I mean, you may have missed some stuff. I'm not really sure. We've done a decent amount, but for the most part, I was concentrating on the lower part of level 0, this first layer of it. And then I started developing this garage palette, I call it. And then I got the idea to make the giant starter garage area up here. And what I want to do is have these black areas or black concrete. They're just tubes of black concrete that go down. And I want to have you be able to drop down into some yellow wallpaper area from way up here. And then earlier in the stream, at the very beginning, I turned on the stream and I was like, whoa, this is really cool. And then I flicked on my shaders and it actually looks really neat. I'm not going to lie, the design is really starting to come together. I'm beginning to believe. He is beginning to believe. Though I do need to spruce this corridor up to match its cousin over here. That shouldn't be too hard. And then I was going to make a small corporate connection area. I might make a second one over here. I don't know yet. I sort of want there to be like somewhat office space-like areas, maybe. Like a meeting room. I don't know, something like that. Why? I don't know, because I can. It would fit the aesthetic. Hell yeah, the shaders are the icing on the cake. Yes, they are the icing on top. Light Yagami would have loved to have the Epstein files if it were real. Yeah. Who the fuck pays for all this lighting? Yeah, that's a good point. Even in Kane's Backroom series, the light source is or not source, but the lighting situation is a point of contention. Not because it's like controversial. It's just something Kane has yet to explain. But like, yeah, all the lights in the backrooms, even in Kane's series, are absolutely being powered from something. They are connected to an energy grid. They are continually being powered. And the energy properties, or the energy, you know, the shit you would expect to find in these lights are what you would expect to find in these lights. Meaning it's not magic. It's happening for a reason. So what's the reason? I don't know. Nobody has yet answered this. Nobody can until Kane decides to. So I don't know. We'll find out. We'll figure it out. But yeah, that's gonna have to do it for me for tonight. How long is the Backrooms movie gonna be? Probably an hour and a half, maybe 2 at most. It's really hard to say. The standard settings are usually an hour to an hour and a half, maybe 2 hours at most. You really never know with this sort of thing, because I have no idea what Kane wanted the movie to be. You know? Like, what did he want these characters to experience? What sort of story did he wish to tell? What sort of problems are they going to face, other than the obvious Lamau, I'm stranded in the backrooms type of subplot? I don't know. But it should be cool. Should be really, really, really cool to see. Oh, I know. Oh, I got lots of space here. Yeah, I know. This is going to be a quick and dirty thing. One final bit of something or other before I go. So starting like right here, I'm going to make like 3x3 holes. Set air. I'm going to make me some pitfalls, because I've wanted pitfalls for a while. And why the hell not? And so we're going to take our little backrooms brush here, and we're going to paint in some happy little pitfalls. Just some happy little holes. Remember, there's no such thing as an accidental hole, just a happy little pitfall. And if you tell anybody that that hole is there, I will cut you. I will drive to your home and I will assassinate your family. Oh, whoopsie. That's not something Bob Ross would have said. Okay. I'm going to move that here. Longer than 45 minutes? I don't think it'll be 45 minutes. I mean, there's no way to know, but... Or, well, actually, there might be a way to know. I don't know. Have they posted the run times yet? Aren't they supposed to? Or are they supposed to? I don't know. I'm not certain how that works. But I will say this. I mean, if it's a feature-length film, it has to be at least an hour. It's not going to be no 45 minutes. Like, that's silly. I'm pretty sure the IMDb page will tell you how long it is. Like, I'm 90% certain that's something they must disclose. And it's only 2 months out. So by now, they would have to know, right? Editing and all of the normal things you'd have to go through to make a movie, all of that shit is already done. There's no way it isn't. By this stage in the game, there's no way that isn't a known quantity, right? No, I'm gonna go with hay bale. Oh, that's right. It was carpeted down the side, and so this is my carpet material. I guess I will stack that like 20. Turn that off, turn that on. I want this to be a fatal drop, so it'll probably have to be like 26. Nope. 30. Without air. Perfect. Okay, so it's 31. Oh, I have the perfect tool right there. Yeah, I'm fine with the hay bale stacking like this. I think that's fine. Did I watch Iron Lung? No, I wasn't like that impressed with Iron Lung. The game. I know Markiplier loved it and he made a movie and all that, but like, I'm not gonna lie. I don't have anything against him. I like Markiplier. I just don't really care about Iron Lung. Like, if he'd made a movie about anything else, I'd probably have gone and seen it. But Iron Lung specifically, I don't know. Horror games do not make good movies. I won't lie, it's a good horror movie, but the premise is kind of like whatever. Oh. Does your stairs and slab philosophy apply to hay bales? Yes. Everything. Every material. If it is a material, then it deserves a stair and a slab. Even if that would be silly. Although it wouldn't really be silly because it would achieve something. It would be part of something. Shit, there we go. Like, think about it. Yes, it's not exactly what I'd call, you know, a good return on investment. But, like, imagine instead of 9 wheat to make a hay bale, you made 6. 6 wheat and a stair step. Bam. Hay baled stair. 3 wheat. Although, actually... Okay, 3 hay bales in a line would make the slab. I just suddenly remembered that 3 wheat in a line is a bread recipe. So, you know, whatever. Either way, it's one of those things where you just sort of... What am I trying to say? You just sort of have to, like, go with it. The premise itself is kind of, like, more important. Oh, good. Hello, Azertix. Welcome. The aisle, is very to me. Okay, hour and 45. Okay. So it's going to be an hour and 45 long. That's pretty damn good. Like, 2 hours would have been better, but I'm not complaining. As long as it's a good movie, that's all I care about. Shouldn't have copied all of this way. 3 plus 3 is perfect math. It is. 3 by 3 anything in Minecraft usually works out pretty well. Okay, I'm not going to, like, chip away at the rest of that. It's getting kind of silly. Anyway, yeah. Here's some more pitfalls. Mandatory jumps. Mandatory jumps. I mean, the obvious would simply be like I just take this out, right? And then I make this portion be like scary and open. Although actually now I feel silly for... Yeah. %. Wet sponge, 70% sponge. Okay. Yeah. There you go. You make it 2 3 block jumps from point A to point B. You know, only I'm not going to be nice like Cain and make that lead to an area. It's just going to fucking kill you. Shit. Actually, that's kind of a deceptively difficult jump. There we go. Now that you got jump boost, however, it's pathetically easy. But... Whee. Although, actually, the irony is these guys are trapped over there now. Or, well... No, they're not. Ah, they're not. Boink. Boink, 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 boink. Get me some slab. There you go. You can't make it up there. But you can make it back. See? Simple. And that is fatal as fuck no matter what you do, I hope. It's like a 30 block drop with no... I mean, even with resistance and jump boost too, you should take a decent amount of damage. We'll see. Also, did I not, like, attach all of these? Aha! That explains it. Okay. I didn't thoroughly load all the chunks. And so all of these things should be undone, which means beacons. Let there be bacon. See ya, Toaster. Take care. I'm about to end stream here anyway. Not the creaking that chases you to run through it in panic, or old-fashioned piston pushers from the wall? Nah, I think it's good. One wall is sponge there, and the rest is hay bales. Yeah. And? I know what I'm doing. I know what I want. I kind of wish you could make one face be, one face of a block be one block texture, and then another face of the blocks be different, you know, block textures. That would be swell. Okay. Other than that, I do believe I have... Come on. Uh-oh. Oh, okay. Never mind. It's giving me beams. We got our bacon. Bring home the beacons. Yeah. God, every time I look up at that starry night sky and then I see the real fucking night sky under it, like, I'm blown away by how much better my night sky is than the actual Minecraft sky. Oh well. Okay. So yeah. I kind of like that the big slime can also bridge the gap a little bit. Oh, yeah, shit. That's a good point. This should be that. Uh-oh. Oh, well, looks like the water is... That's why I didn't make it. Okay. Okay. It's pitch black down here, but who cares? Should be fine. Yeah, that's good. I mean, that looks like shit, but oh well. Maybe you can argue that this is inside the pitfall, and so it's carpeted on all sides down there. But this is like just the regular wall. You know, hand wave that shit away. However you care to justify it, it should be fine. Cool. Okay. I'm happy with how this turned out, actually. And also, the Endermites can follow you through this hole. I'm wondering if I should have an entranceway into here or not. Or if this should only be one way. And you should only be able to get in here through these two. Yeah, I think that's how I'll do it. You only can get in here through here. And you can get into this hole through here. But you may not get in through any other route. And you crawl through. This is going to be like city stuff. This is going to be a staircase that takes you up. This will take you up to the next layer. I need to make that staircase now that I think about it. Or actually, no. That's going to bypass the second layer and take you almost straight to the third layer, I think. Ooh, man, this third layer is going to be... I don't know what I'm going to do with it. So yeah, as more ideas come to me, I will be making more level 0 and more of the garage area. I want to make a spot where the garage area and the level 0 yellow wallpapers room segments merge. I kind of want to make it seamless. Part of me wants to kind of like figure out a way to fuse them gradually. I don't know. We'll figure it out. At any rate, y'all have a great night. I will catch you tomorrow. That's right, yeah. For Banjo-Kazooie, the finale. Banjo-Kazooie is almost done. Can't believe it. So yes, you guys take care. I will see you all then. Goodbye.